Hey everyone, guest 273 here. So, let us see if we can still stream on both YouTube and on Twitch. That is a good question, and I do wish to figure out the answer to that one. So, you all know the drill, the also standard audio check. And are we sounding okay on Twitch? Standard audio check. And are we sounding okay? Yeah, we are sounding okay on Twitch. And what about YouTube? Are we sounding okay on YouTube? Audio check. And are we sounding okay? Yeah, we are sounding okay. Yep, that is fine as well. So, YouTube and Twitch are working, and Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is also working. Psst, don't tell anyone. I still have the older versions of both of these. Both Heroes 3 of Horn of the Abyss. I don't have the latest version, because it changes a few things for streaming. And also I don't have the newest version of my streaming software, Prism. So, I am sneakily double streaming without paying. I can't believe that actually worked. Okay, we'll see if the video and if the stream on Twitch sticks. But, you know, that's why we are here, we're testing. I just have to be vigilant to save the stream in case it doesn't save afterwards. So, today I'm gonna be playing a very small map from the Shadow of Death, and here it is actually Hatchet, Axe, and Saw. So, we could be either an Inferno or we could be a Rampart. You could choose all heroes available. I read the description and I was like, you know what, we played Ryland once, but we can play him with him again. So, Hatchet, Axe, and Saw. Evil minions have a desperate need for wood, and selected the small little villages of Dendroids for harvesting. A group of elves got wind of the plan and has moved in to stop them. I initially thought, you know, with elves, maybe let's play Ivor, or maybe let's redo, you know, Ryland, because this map is all about Dendroids. It could be one of the few maps where Dendroids could actually be really, really good. I did also think about playing something Inferno, but I don't remember why I chose not to. Either the next few scenarios or the previous few scenarios involved Inferno, so I was like on an Inferno fatigue, I think. Or no, actually did the previous one. In my mind, yeah, actually Inferno and Rampart both. For some reason the developers really like these towns, especially facing up against each other. So, I'm just double checking that I took Crystal, as it's the least impactful resource, as my starting bonus, medium-sized map, no tournament rules, no nothing, and let's jump into it. And yeah, the special win condition is to flag all the creature dwellings, which I think are gonna be Dendroid dwellings. The minions of the dark, fiery Inferno have been moving against the world for some time now, and they have been consuming all-day survey with no regard for conservation. Now they are beginning to run out of lumber. Our spies have learned that the shadowy alchemists of the Inferno plan to harvest the supple, sturdy flesh of Dendroids. You must raise your armies and march against the Dark Lords invading this region to save the Dendroid villages along the banks of the river. Good luck, and may the light of heaven shine upon thee. Ooh, the light of heaven itself. Alright, thank you for the encouraging words, game. I will be sure to put them to good use. And we have something interesting here. We have two towns. Are both of them... Yeah, both of them look completely normal and the same. We could buy Coronius or we could buy Ayden. My man Ayden decided that Inferno is not worth it. He would rather be a Rampart hero. Beware the touch of the zombies. You may find yourself with disease. Okay, thank you for that tip, game. What can Ryland tell us about himself, besides the fact that he starts with leadership and diplomacy, and likes to make Dendroids faster? So, Ryland was the first, and to date the only, human ever fully accepted by the circle of Elder Dendroids as a ranger of Avalee. Some joked that he was once an elf, but that he was killed and accidentally reincarnated into a human's body. Well, Ryland does speak to the trees, and I think we should deposit the dwarfs And we should roll around with this little army. It's quite small, but you know, it is what it is. On the other side we do have 2 treasure chests, so I think the second hero we buy is gonna be on this side for sure. So let's quickly check that we are moving with an animation. I see the sawmill here, but like it is important, but I would rather get some gold so I can get the second side going. And actually we will be earning 1000 gold per turn, right? Yeah, because we have 2 towns, so finding even a small bit of gold. Oh no, I don't think we're gonna be that lucky. Ooh, we are actually that lucky, and also peasants. I do think the gold is calling to me. In fact, let's visit the Fountain of Youth for a few extra movement points. Let's take the chest, we'll take the gold of course. And actually 2 big chests, that's very good, and these peasants are gonna give us more movement points and the Fountain of Youth. So, on this other side, would I rather have... I think one side with all the Rampart units and the other side with maybe the Inferno units. Could be the thing. Also the dogs, the Hellhounds, are faster than the Centaurs, so yeah. Ayden, welcome to existence. You are now officially a Rampart hero. We're gonna take the, you know, ore. We will take the chest for gold, so we could buy Coronius. On the other side here, we will actually still take more gold. We'll see what we can find. Okay. And Coronius. Coronius, I was thinking of flagging the mine here. I was thinking of buying some centaurs. We can't really buy too much else. Aligar, Lacus, kind of interesting heroes, but not too interesting. I mean, this is 1000 gold. We would be investing in the centaurs. I think instead, let's just go and flag the sawmill here, and let's hope that it's not guarded. Okay, it is not guarded. And there's also a chest here, so let's actually take the crystal, take the sawmill, and Coronius might head for here for the chest, and then we'll see what the next turn brings. I'm very happy with this first turn, to be honest. And then I think we should continue on with Ayden as... ooh. Hobgoblins... some interesting terrains. Yeah, this is when these special terrains got added. So the developers were definitely experimenting with them. Intelligence would be really good, but I also would like to see some stats first. Yeah, like those. So here is a small guardian, a refugee camp. That's actually very interesting. We would have to check that. Let's take the Garden of Revelation perhaps first. And maybe in this map, I feel like maybe getting a few extra heroes ASAP would be quite good. Actually, yeah, with the spell power, we could also grab that. Yeah. We have 2 towns to develop, so I'm just picking up gold from the chests. I feel like that is gonna be the correct play. And yeah, Corona is gonna keep exploring this side, and Ryland, actually, with the very small army that I do have here, I think actually we will not need to take retaliations against peasants. We will still fight them, just so we can revisit the Fountain of Youth. We do have 2 chests here. And yeah, from one side getting more heroes to explore earlier would be good. From the other side, just having town halls. Technically we could go for both options at the same time. And yeah, 3 unguarded chests. That is actually magnificent. And actually even more unguarded chests. So, and quite big ones at that. So I think both towns are gonna be developing the town hall. We gotta get that money. And this little town, we have Coronius with the Scholar. I think Aligar carrying over a level 2 spell. Maybe Lacus, just because elementals tend to Roll into estates. I don't see any objects. We would have to deliver the army here. Or also we could alternatively grab a hero here and start doing these objectives. Okay. How much would buying out these through cost? Okay, this much. I think we are gonna be grabbing, let's say Lacus, we're gonna be grabbing this army, and we will be trying to clear. I might leave one hellhound, so if in case I have a need for another hero, they could have a faster unit. Oh no, my voice is like crackling. That's not too good. Actually, maybe, what am I doing? Like, this would be fine. So yeah, let's go fight the hobgoblins. We're gonna need a lot of wood, and yeah, that's that. This chest, though, is it wise picking it up? Maybe there's an artifact here. If not, I'll just take the gold. It is gold again. And yeah, let's use our tactics. This should be a pretty easy fight. Do not lose like too much interesting troops here. Goblins move forward. I mean, I guess we should attack here. I kinda don't mind losing the pixie, to be honest. I can't really prevent it, can I? Yeah, I can't really prevent it. And alternatively they will be attacking the centaurs, so let's just see what they decide to attack. Okay, they decided to attack the centaurs. I'm fine with that as well. And we can deposit the troops here. And speed 7, our fastest troop, so we are chilling. Feel like this is a really good turn. So turn number 3, we still don't see anything about the opponent. Coronius keeps... Well, they've been generous with the chests so far. Let's pick up the army from Lacus. Yeah. Ayden perhaps take the campfire, take the star axes. Maybe you could do the gog fight. You actually have a view earth, that's not too useful. I think actually Lacus would be more useful, but Lacus would have to go around there. And that's actually fine. We can fight this little army. I think we can win with what we have against like a higher quantity of gogs with tactics. It feels kind of weak with this army, but then again... Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe Ayden checks the refugee camp. Yeah. Ayden can check the refugee camp and then report back to Lacus, and we can figure out if this fight is like worthwhile, as we would be losing quite a lot of troops from it. Ryland in the meantime, so we can't really develop 2 towns because we would be lacking wood. Yeah, we would be lacking wood quite a lot. I think the second town is going to grab a marketplace, and the first town might grab a citadel, or we might grab something else. So, small chest, I'm gonna take the gold, and I have to start thinking about leveling up Ryland now. Wisdom is always a skill that is good, and it would block our schools of magic, so we don't want that. And then, yeah, this happened. An artifact instead of anything else. I was kind of thinking that would happen sometime. It hadn't happened quite yet. Coronius as well. Hero we would like to level up a little bit. We have to see if... Yeah, this is like a very nice amount of experience. Pathfinding. Are we just gonna plop Coronius in the town? I think we are gonna be plopping Coronius in the town, so we're not gonna take anything too spicy on him. Ooh, and that actually looks like a refugee camp as well. And yeah, in this second town, I think... You know what, we're gonna need more units. Let's go for the dwarf, big dwarf energy. I think wood... I don't really see that much wood. We just have the 2 sawmills. I wonder if the AI is also struggling on wood. Ignatius. -5. Blight has ravaged this area. The druids report that some sort of rot has infested the trees. A cure may be discovered, but not for some time. But perhaps one can be found in one of the Inferno towns. Okay. A cure to trees dying in the Inferno town. What have you been smoking? I don't think that's how it works. So, yeah, nice portal there. Oh, this is actually... wait. Okay, that's quite interesting. I think we will be not sticking our head on this side. Maybe the AI would be happy to jump us. We don't really want that. And yeah, Coronius is very happy to check the refugee camp. Well, troglodytes. Troglodytes are not really what we're looking for. However, we are actually pretty army starved, so we will take them. I will take the extra 1000 experience. Once again, Coronius is trying to level up to be a really good hero, secondary hero. I mean, this is a long shot, but sure thing, we'll take it. Just so at least somebody has earth magic. The first hero to get earth magic is kind of destined to be like a good hero no matter what. And yeah, let's take the experience. And I do see actually gnolls guarding something. We could reach Ryland like this, we could reach Ryland like this. Perhaps like this is better. And Ayden, what is here? Basilisks. Basilisks and actually a centaur's axe. And Lacus. I think actually we will be taking like those basilisks instead of the pixie. But then we will still have negative morale, but the tactics should be decent. Or actually, wait, maybe let's do it like this. No negative morale, no problems like that. Put the dogs in the middle, because they're the fastest moving creatures. Then spread out like something like this. And yeah, hopefully we can do the Gog fight without any troubles. Oh, and actually, hold up, we kind of forgot the axe. That's also going to be useful. So this little town, and this little town. So this little town is gonna build a, I guess maybe a citadel. Well, no, we have to build a miners guild here. This town has nothing else to build, and I would kind of like to develop both of them. So Coronius, quite a few gnolls. Ryland is gonna jump to the other side. If it's 1000 or 1500 experience, we will take the experience. If it's a smaller one, we'll take the gold. Ryland, water, well, I don't really see a need for water magic at the moment. What we can do, now we can connect to the heroes, and I'm actually thinking, maybe let's give him the troglodytes. You know, he's just gonna be chilling with the troglodytes. Ryland, yeah, very happy to do the gnoll fight and then take the loot. Meanwhile, Coronius could explore elsewhere. I guess exploring up here would be crucial because it's like the middle of the map. So the AI would be taking those like dwellings there. But then again, I'm curious what's in the middle. They said besides the river. It feels like the river is maybe in the middle, but we'll see what we can find. Followers, we will actually gladly take you guys. No need to destroy everyone who we see in our path. And actually Coronius is gonna take the army for 1 second just so we can ferry it easier for Ryland in the next turn. And I think this would be a really good objective for Ryland. Then Lacus is gonna do this fight, which is a bit nasty, but ooh, actually super solid, like high number of them and very low casualties. Super solid automatic battle. I kind of wonder how they did it. Maybe they just moved everything forward and the AI just focused at the ranged creatures. That could be what happened there. I almost want to do the same for Magogs, but those are gonna be like way more difficult. So Lacus sees the thing over here, the mercenary camp, and Ayden is left in like a little bit of an awkward position. Perhaps we just deposit the basilisks here, and we roll around with him with one pixie. We can pick up the stuff. We're gonna kind of scout with him. So this town is gonna be building a citadel, and this town is gonna be not building anything. Perhaps we could have sold something. Oh, actually, wait. This is the town with the marketplace. These trade rates are super duper bad. Do we have any more gems? We do have some gems. I think it will be pretty good to have multiple marketplaces. And yeah, Ryland is gonna take this. I wonder about diplomacy. It's not leveling up as well, so I can keep wondering about it, but I'm not gonna have an answer anytime soon. And yeah, let's get rid of some troops. Hopefully not too many, and actually, well, this would also be good, but yeah, I kind of want him to level up the, like, knowledge, so he can start generating some mana points. But then again, we would probably be visiting the town to replenish the mana points. And I'll hold up, also we can get the dwarfs. That would also be really good. Well, Coronius is a side hero, is gonna go on the more menial tasks. And actually, well, we can pick up the dwarfs and it doesn't really hurt us, so let's take the thing. Offense would kind of be decent, most of our stuff is melee. And oh, actually, wait, with diplomacy we can hit up the, what are they called? The libraries. That would be also really good to do quite quickly. So Ayden can keep exploring, and wood, actually the most needed resource of them all. Ayden could also try to be a good hero. Well, I don't know if he picks chests like that. Mountain of the Youth, mercenary camp, and yeah, my gods. With this little army, especially now that we lost those imps, I don't feel confident in our ability to successfully take that. I think we'll have to just wait for the new week, essentially. Well, thank you for the cherry wood bow. That was not what I really wanted. So in my, I guess this would be my main town, I want a mage guild. Basically all the good spells minus the protection from fire. In the other town, unironically also, a mage guild would be good. We have haste and we also have some good spells here. So, we would have this many movement points left. Maybe we can do this on the back, like way back. And we can fight, for example, these wolf raiders, get to the library of enlightenment and can come back around this way. I feel like maybe that would be the better option here, since you can, yeah, you can pass through this. Yeah. Ryland is just gonna go and fight these wolf raiders, or will rather join them, diploing everything. That is quite good. It's the next week soon, so I was contemplating sending Coronius to take the attack skill, but yeah, let's actually do it. I think it makes sense to end the turn here, so Coronius would regenerate some mana, like in the town, you know. So yeah, let's take the knowledge here, and yeah, we will need to go for the ore pits. Wonder if Lacus is worthy of a book. That is a question that is in my mind. Definitely. Ayden has picked up only the smallest chests imaginable, and actually he levels up into the thing he needed the most. So what are you guarding? Well, we can't really see too well. Ooh, a portal. That is interesting. And 27. Oh, actually he got quite a few spell points from that. Like potential spell points. I'm thinking of sending Lacus back to the town to grab a spell book, and then going for these two objectives with him. It is day 7. A homestead would actually be huge. Developing the towns for money, at least one of them, would also be pretty big. So let's actually go for the economy play. I Should not worry too much about crystals, I feel like. So yeah, we can sell those away, as we always have the option to get them from a resource silo. So Week of the Imp. Well, at least it's not the... It didn't look like the Grail week, you know what I mean? And we have actually Mephala and we have Uland, two Rampart heroes, so we can rally quite a big Rampart army together. I wonder if Ryland should be the one checking this thing. The refugee camp. Actually, let's do it like this, boom. And Coronius, yeah, just about makes it home. And Coronius can get all the spells and all the good mana. Ayden is not gonna be getting too much out of this turn. Lacus is not gonna be getting too much out of this turn. I'm thinking about getting one city hall. In that case, I can't really check the refugee camp effectively. And I think actually this town is gonna be the one getting the city hall, and the other one not really. So Destiny decides that, or Destiny dictates that Ryland should be heading here. I do think getting the library enlightenment before going here, just in case there's a fight, is still like the better option. So we have to remember to buy a spellbook for Lacus. And who has movement points? Oh, it is Coronius, but we kind of don't care. Okay, Lacus can grab the book. And Ryland can grab the stats. I don't want to go for the money, but let's see what the other guys pull out at like a small amount, like a small chest. Super duper sad what I'm seeing here. And I do wish to check the refugee camp like relatively soon, so maybe that's gonna be the first thing that Ayden does. Lacus would just be, yeah, taking the army here. I actually wonder if maybe we leave the dwarfs home because they're super duper slow. We maybe take the centaurs. Actually, I do want to leave one dog behind, maybe two dogs even. I don't think we would need too many heroes here. I think the imps as one stacks can serve us quite well as well. So, Lacus, you have a book, you have some artifacts, you are completely ready to go and bully these troglodytes. I wonder if we should do this. I mean, okay. Just wanted to see the damage range. Okay. That feels somewhat decent. I think we can actually target one of them. And the centaurs can try to hit the other one. We high roll, that's kind of decent. And then let us just attack the other one. This is an easy fight. And unfortunately it looks like actually we're blocked off from accessing this little area. Unless we have like a... Well, even with the boat. Well, that's kind of sad. I was hoping there was no terrain obscuring this, as I would have really liked the wood. That doesn't seem to be the case though, whatsoever. We could buy those, we could just take the chest for gold. And then Coronius is just gonna be fighting dwarfs. Oh no. It's kind of trash either way. Ooh, more dwarfs. Let's see if these bad boys join or fight. If they fight, we can kind of get rid of the trash in the army, which is actually surprisingly a lot of my army. Coronius will take the men, and I guess we can check the refugee camp with Coronius as well. Do we have the spells? Oh yeah, we actually do have some spells. One spell power though is very iffy. So, oops, what? There are so many treasure chests in this, it's actually insane. Are you gonna diplo these? No, you're not gonna diplo these. The troop from our own town is like not happy with what's happening here. The army diversity is off the charts. Well, that's a bit unlucky. I think we have to kind of go in. Well, that one dwarf in this case. That one dwarf is blocked by his body, so at least that's good. And then I wonder if... well, no real reason to just hit him, right? No real reason to hit him with a 1 stack just yet either. So... I think if I do this... okay. And... this should be fine, like we shouldn't lose anything. Well, misclicked there, but... not gonna be the end of the world. Okay. Very minimal casualties against the dwarves here. Not what I expected. Maybe I expected more casualties, but it's not what we got. I think the first thing we build has to be a city hall. And then actually, how much gold would we want for this town? I think 1,500 would be like ideal if we can get one chest to be that size. Let's take 1,000. 1,500. And then... basically just going here and maybe depositing the troops would be the smartest choice. And yeah, well, now we can't really take the troops from the homestead. That is quite sad. Seven pirates though. And 6 armadillos. Well, armadillos I'm actually not too interested in. The pirates though are quite an interesting stack to have, a ranged stack that is relatively good. And yeah, we would have to go fight these Mogogs. I think with this army it should be fine, even though... do we have haste? Yeah, we do have haste, so maybe we can do something. Something quite nice here with the hellhounds. And yeah, actually, I mean, nothing bad is gonna happen if we just buy those pirates one turn later. The plague has hit us again. More wood has rotted in the silos. That's quite bad. I'm quite happy I bought the homestead, otherwise that would have been super duper sad. We would have lost, I don't know how much wood we would have lost, but we would have lost way more. And yeah, now the question is, what do we want to buy? I guess buying these guys makes sense. We could just go for the garrison up here. I do actually think that is also a legitimate option. Especially with the army that we have now. Yeah, we wouldn't really... Ayden doesn't have any spells, so he can't really help us here. I think Lacus with the advanced tactics actually has like the upper hand, but maybe there is some... yeah, there's a chest here. I will do a little chest fishing, no pun intended, and try to get the chest for 500 experience. So... yeah, we could get expert tactics, I think that would help us. Even though they outspeed us. Well, quite sad. Quite sad, but that is the case. Okay, you know what? Ayden is going to go and make himself a useful hero by buying a book. Actually, wait, he has a book by restoring... well, he now knows all the spells, so that is also good. What do I want to buy in these towns? Well, this one with the homestead actually has some building options. The other one would require wood, so I don't think we need gold immediately. Yeah, let's pick up the expert diplomacy. Ryland hasn't offered us that many decent secondary skills, so I'm getting worried for him. And actually we can make him faster, right? Yeah. Can make him a little bit faster. Coronius can ferry some of the army forward. And the Coronius does not have anything not too interesting. I guess the Enchanted Spring would be a very good building, as I'd like the Pegasi. You get 5 of them. Technically we could build a resource silo for the crystal cavern, but we are finding like large abundances of chests everywhere. I don't think that's gonna be the case forever though. I'm thinking maybe Ayden could take the dwarfs, take some spell power, and brawl down the elves with magic arrows. That would be a dream, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. Also, we still have those other rampart heroes we can get for some more units. Have to remember that as well. So, Coronius is gonna give back the troops to Ryland. And yeah. This doesn't seem to... well, maybe it connects back. Would be a shame to miss out on the shield and whatnot. And actually, what is this? Is this like completely blocked off? No, thankfully it's not. That's very, very good. There's also a quest gate here. I'm curious, but I think maybe Coronius should be the one checking out. What does this quest gate want? I think claiming a sulfur dune would be a fine thing to do. And as I say that, we also get some sulfur here. 500 experience, the perfect amount for expert tactics. And yeah, and then we can do this fight with relative ease. I mean, let's get the Dendroid arches. So we actually have some Dendroids. Let us buy out these dwarfs. We could buy out, yeah, some other heroes here, like for example Mephala. Let's grab a book for her, but actually let's give all the army away. Except, well, I guess one Hellhound, since that is the fastest creature here. She can get the knowledge and the spell power, and then she can actually check what is here. So I would have more objects in my mind that I could potentially go for. For this other side, technically we could buy the other hero, though I feel like the side is more clear already. Maybe we just double buy heroes on this side, so like Uland, with even more dwarfs, and then yeah, we just magic arrow those elves down. I kinda like this idea though. Like Uland could also follow us here. Okay, what do we want and what do we not want? I don't think the elves would join us. I think in fact the elves would be quite sad, and you know what, maybe let's leave all the army here that isn't dwarfs or centaurs. We could split them into... do we actually want... maybe something like this, as funny as that sounds. Is that good enough? I think the dwarfs are kind of in the risk zone of getting blasted down by so many arrows that we... you know, we're like... basically silly, but then again losing a bunch of centaurs. +2 morale though. Okay, maybe I... look, we're gonna give them something to shoot. I'm gonna give them something to shoot. I trust this plan. Like, yeah, I trust my own plan. Come on, you have to have some faith on in your own plans. We can deposit the troops that are actually not relevant. And yeah, I guess Uland in that case can just chill here. In fact, actually, wait, hold up. Maybe we could have given. Oh, we have one Hellhound. Actually, maybe we should have done that. Kind of forgot that the portal has Lacus just outside here. Well, it is what it is. This town can technically build a mythic pawn, but like Olema, who builds that? So, Coronius should now take the objectives. Ryland should now... followers. Well, diplomacy is working, it looks like. That is good, good, good. Then the lands beyond are very dangerous. The guards eye you dubiously, but agree to let you by when you have achieved the experience level 10. Coronius has not done that. Ryland has not done that. So yeah, we will be exploring a bit more until we do reach that experience level 10. That is actually quite interesting. That is a quest objective. Reach level 10, and this probably has the same thing. Ayden, as I said, we're gonna pick up the spell power. Now the magic arrow does 60 damage, so that's like 4 elves in a single shot, and we have 5 shots. And yeah, sketchy as my plan is. I don't really see a better option in my mind. I think we will also exchange and buy a castle. And actually let's take the whole gang of like misfits with us. And this fight kind of has been delayed for long enough, and well, judging by the results here, 7-8, well, yeah, I probably put them so they can be reached immediately. And I do actually wonder if we put them, if we put the gogs in the range. No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah. Do think we should magic arrow. Do think we just go forward and hit. I don't think we should waste any imp lives. Okay. That was that battle. Oh, actually, wait, I should have not traded the wood. We have wood right here. Lacus with expert tactics somehow, strangely, has become the meta hero on the side. I almost think we should go back and do this fight as well. But just like with centaurs as 1 stacks. And then just in case, I mean, sure thing. More of the same, right? So 6, 7, oh actually we can block these fantastically, so we can one-shot this stack. Block these 2 stacks with something beefier. Oof, well, good that we had these imps here. I miscalculated that pretty poorly actually. This dog hasn't seen any action, so I think it's fine. I think this would also be fine. They will probably try to go hit the centaurs. Wonder if we can do something about that. Actually, they went for the imp. I don't really mind. Especially I'm quite happy losing the imps. And gogs against gogs, well that's not something you see every day. Well, now my army is like a lot more tidy, so that is actually a plus, I would say. A plus in my eyes. Ooh, you little schnitzel, he's stealing the things that I kind of wanted to get. Well, we have an opponent here now. I do have a dilemma. I think Mephala is going to... yeah, we'll take away everything we can from Lacus. We'll leave him with some 1 stacks so he can magic arrow the face of this Ignatius, and also we will just take the chest for gold, of course. We'll try to kind of explore a little bit. Well, a training post, actually that's interesting. And yeah, we didn't leave anything here. Level 2, well, a shame that Lacus is gonna be going out like this with a bang. That he did not actually want. Uland, well actually that puts our town in like a bit of a iffy situation. I think we would have to go back and kind of rally the army back to someone. Is Uland like equipped to deal with things? He has the like spells. And can we buy something in this town? We never bought a homestead here. And, well, I think this is the best time to buy a homestead here. We'll just grab the money elsewhere. We'll take the sulfur pile, and actually we can't really move too far away here. Okay, maybe Uland will just be ready to take the, you know, the stats. Yeah. Defense, skill, and pendant of life, even though the pendant of life is not too useful. And actually we have more wolf raiders here, which is quite interesting, so... small misclick with... Actually, 2 small misclicks, but somehow still fine. Immunity against death ripple, I don't think that's gonna ever come into play. And yeah, sadly we can't really build a capital. I guess we're building the Dendroid saplings. So actually we will have more Dendroids. Oh, and this connects to both zones. Okay, that's good to know. So, of course, Ignatius is going to be very, very angry at us for doing something like this. And we're gonna give him more reasons to be angry at us. And do we go for the imp? I think we can survive another 2 rounds, even if we hit the imps here. Oh, we can put this like so. Okay, they kind of block themselves, which is very, very good. My brain is turning, wait, so... Okay, I think we can survive for the last magic arrow, like so. So, last magic arrow. Oh, he... with a 5% chance to resist, he did it. And then, well, 6 for 7. Kind of decent trade. And yeah, this man is like angry at us. And he is ready to show it. Can we buy any decent reinforcing hero? Eris, actually quite decent with 20 spell powers. With 20 yeah, spell points. We could maybe grab some wood and upgrade the elves and then deal with him that way. Yeah, Mephala could rally. Yeah, we could do like a pretty good army rally. So, did this elf count grow? No, it did not. Ayden has now the most sketchy fight in the universe. Up to him. Okay. At least the first part of the fight is working exactly like I thought it would. So, do we want to focus the one up north? Or do we want to focus the one down south? I think it's more beneficial for us to go for the one down south with Mr. Dwarf. Yeah, it was actually the case. It was more beneficial to go for the one down south. Now, the fact that the 6-stack morale is pretty bad, well, can't really do much about that. Might be one of the dumbest fights I've taken, but you gotta, you know, live with it. So, we traded a bunch of dwarfs and a few pirates for a victory, I suppose. And yeah, we do have some wood here, so maybe that plan to get the elves is quite decent. Also, yeah, let's just take the chest for gold. Coronius can return the army to Ryland. Ryland can see if these guys want to join. I mean, they're just gonna be like a big stack, so sure, whatever. Shoot at the Dwarven Lords, take this, take that. Then we're very interested into going to the other side with Ryland. Perhaps Ryland can be the savior that we're looking for. Actually, let's take the water wheel as well. Ooh, I'm not getting to the wood in that case. I mean, if I am smart, I'm just leaving these guys with 1 stacks and giving the army back. So, yeah, maybe I should do that. So, we definitely want to not lose the elves. And then, Like, I suppose. Yeah, let's not lose the elves. Maybe the gogs have used their usefulness. We can, like, magic arrow. Actually, no, follow it. I have the one sprite and have, like, 6 of these. If you can, magic arrow. If you can't, well, tough luck. At least he's gonna be going this way, but no, that's not too good either. Uland can go here. We can buy out Eris. Eris can take away the things. We leave him with the pirate and the gogs. We go here. This is a citadel. And I do actually think with a citadel though. And with some 1 stacks. Let's position our 1 stacks actually pretty smartly. So maybe the elves would fall in one of the better positions. Maybe if they fall into the middle, it's not too bad either. Is it though? Well, we could trade some resources away, to be honest. We have some sulfur. I actually like having that 1 Pegasi, because then this spellcasting is neutral, but I feel like it's fine to stay like this. Even with the Citadel, I do think we should win if Ignatius decides to follow this Uland. Let's hope he does not resist on the Gogs this time. And let's actually bully his imps. Well, he seems to have a pretty decent defense stat. His imps are like unbullyable. Okay, another one bites the dust. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then, what do we do with you, Mr. Ryland? You could go back to the other side. This fight is like not too relevant. Reach level 10, or you could go through this side. Well, I think they're gonna be weaker on this side since this is the side which they came from originally. So maybe the smartest thing to do would be to give us... yeah, actually the dwarfs, we're like already super duper slow. Ryland has a bunch of like defense. I think if we get armor here, it would be really good. So I'm gonna like be banking to that, even though we can't really guarantee it. Take the 1000 experience. Maybe getting the 1000 experience with Ryland as well before he goes to the side would be really good. And yeah, Uland. Hobgoblins, okay, that's not too valuable. Maybe we sent this man to his death without realizing it, but maybe it's fine. And yeah, in the meantime, grabbing a capital in the main town would be something, as that would generate more money for us every single turn. I think we can afford like a cheaper build like a Dendroid arches. And also get some more Pegasi stacks. Maybe getting the silver Pegasi so we could reach Ryland and then attack Ignatius would be also a good move. But yeah, we'll just see. And oh, my 4 basilisks. I kind of forgot about these. A investment well made. It seems like the AI I like that the fact that the like angle from which you attack changed it. You know what? I will agree with the AI on this one. the AI was the AI got better results, so they clearly knew what they were doing. 2 Scorpicores. Actually, Scorpicore is a speed 11 creature. That is like super duper good. Coronius can this. We can exchange also spells with Ayden. Yeah. So they came from this side. I wonder if they went deeper over there or not. Maybe we can be lucky and try to grab their town. I don't think we will have such a luxury. Once again, somehow the gold is not coming faster than we are spending it, which is quite sad. I do think also we should be spending our wood, so let's actually build a castle here for the extra defenses. And yeah, this should be fine. Despite the fact, yeah, he saw that and he was like, nope. The plague has hit us again. More wood has rotted in the silos. Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. So, good choice to spend the wood. And I think Ryland is very, very soon going to have his first personalized spellbook, which is gonna be quite good. Wondering, Ayden, Coronius. Coronius technically already has the mana, but not the like spell power to do. Isn't this like more difficult fight? Maybe with some troops like dwarfs, this would be viable. So let's actually take the Vampire Skull just in case it's like a quest item. And actually we need to get Ayden in the town so he can regenerate his mana. And somewhat a similar thing for Coronius, but for Coronius it's more like, yeah, Coronius. I mean, if we would be building a mage guild, I would be looking to level you up so you could scholar the town portal over to everyone. Yeah, Uland here. Ooh, is this an empty town? Oh, it is. Hello. And Kindle. What a amazing empty town. Yeah. I do think 2,000 though. 2,000 gold for a little bit more speed. Maybe we can skip that. I definitely think we should be buying out the Sultans here. Straker, Josephine. Well, technically we could also be extra annoying to them and be like, hey, Josephine can now walk around with some troops in their land and scout what we can see. Yeah, I think we should be buying out these bad boys. Well, 3 of them. Maybe getting the other creatures, like a few of the other creatures for some stacks. So like 1, 2. 1 for you, and 250, so 1, 2, 3, and 1 of you. Okay, so the town steal actually was very, very good, very, very glorious, and you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. My man has quite some defense. How did that happen? Well, they're quite angry at us for doing that, and they're running back to their town. I think Ryland, finally for the first time ever, will be able to grab himself a spellbook. Josephine, yeah, sorcery, that's perfect. This they've never cleared. We could also leave her on the trading post. Ooh, hey Eddie, and hey Nova Soul. Good afternoon, Chief. Good afternoon to you as well, War Chief. Young Grunt. Ryland looking his part being an orphanage for unwanted creatures. He's a... well... My man has the basic diplomacy, the Shadow of Death diplomacy, non-hot diplomacy, so everything wants to join him. Although these troglodytes were from a refugee camp on the first week. But then I got 2 stacks of Wolf Raiders, like a stack of mechanics. I even think... No, maybe a Rampart troop didn't join, but... gotta be quick to get your chest yoinked. Yeah, that happens sometimes, and hey Nova, thank you for the well wishes. So, I really want to make my main faster, but I also want to avoid any incidents, like... The Ignatius incident would be quite sad. I think maybe we... Okay, let's consider the moves with the other heroes first. Coronius would just be restoring mana. Ayden would not be restoring mana because he's a bit too far away. That's quite sad. And then I almost want to build this town into... Oh, lacking wood. That's not a good feeling to have a little... Look, we're gonna fix the wood issues. I think it's time we grab some higher tier spells and we can ferry them over to our main man over here. Uland, kinda as sad as this seems, I think he has to chill in the town for a little bit. And yeah, I think if he moves out of the town, it's like reachable immediately. So, and also there's no castle here. We could make the sultans. I could also make just the Gogs into Magogs. I feel like that is also a very, very valid idea. Grab like something silly like the Hellhounds. And nothing else really matters, right? Yeah. Don't want any mishaps, because when I miss rally and they attack half the army on like a weaker hero, it's usually when the trouble begins. Then, yeah, Mr. Ryland, for the first time in your life, you will have a spellbook. That is such an accomplishment. And now we have to figure out what army do you like? What army would you want? Well, as funny as it is, maybe we can leave Aris like so and actually hold up Ryland here. You can have some good junk on you. We can even make you super duper fast on top of that. So Aris. I think Aris could go for the little bits of resources that we missed beforehand. I do actually love the idea of making my main hero like incredibly fast. Then Coronius will have to scoot inside, so Ayden could restore the mana. How much max mana does Ayden actually have? Well, oops. If I could stop exchanging them. Wait, 6,000, so we're very close for the level up, and here we are less close for the level up. Coronius has what? How many charges? Like a bunch of charges of magic arrow, like 12. We can do 12 magic arrows. That they do the same as the ice bolt, but are half the mana cost. So that would be 24 seamen. That would be... How many? The dwarves cost 120. Okay, you know what? Let's be kind of risky, but also cute about it. You know. Technically, we could run away with Coronius and get Coronius back because it's the same week. We have good morale. I wanna do like a fight. This is maybe a bit of a meme, but oh, actually magic terrain. But it only makes it makes the magic arrow better. Actually, what is this cam? Look at this: 8 spell points for 30 damage and 4 spell points for 40 damage. Quite a rough deal. Actually, I would like to take the retaliation with the Centaur, so the score to core doesn't lose any health. Which one of you moves first? Actually, this guy will be the one who's moving first. And then, well, I don't think we really need to lose anything else, truth be told. But that kind of depends on the luck we get. crewmate's damage is actually quite good. Surprisingly. Surprisingly so. I think it's fine if we just put the Scorpicore here, and maybe the Centaurs can, yeah, which can kind of out-brawl that. I think the Scorpicore is gonna be fine, even if he's kind of getting demolished a little bit. 3-3, this is 5, this is 5, okay, so we can just blast one guy for 3. Hopefully get this guy down, okay, that was good. And then boom. So, we get the expert wisdom. And would we like to keep these 4 centaurs, or do we prefer the speed? I think, unfortunately for the 4, well, I tried to save them, so maybe we'll actually keep them in that case. As for Josephine, actually, I have an idea. So, let's have enough for a castle, shall we? Right? Yeah, kind of. Here, my Inferno friend, I've built a castle for you. You can now come and look at it. And yeah, Josephine is just going to be running like back here, just to be maximally annoying, so Ignatius will be, you know, just stuck there. Technically, actually wait. I wish I checked that before. I would have maybe upgraded the Sultans instead, bought out some army. Yeah, the most difficult thing to brawl down would be the Sultans. I actually think we do need a castle to win this one, though. Oh, 2 Sultans. Okay, that's not too many. I thought there was gonna be more. And let us magic down the dog. 3 health. It's quite the, well, the worst possible thing. Maybe I should have magicked to the harpies, because now he lost only 2 doggos, which are not that valuable in the stack that they were. Only 3 together is not too good. I think we Coronius. If Coronius wants to do fights, we can get the spell power. We have the shield of running dead. We can try to stay here. Ayden could also show us a master class of magic arrows. Could you now, Ayden? I actually think you can. Like, if I buy 2 centaurs, if I take these 2 centaurs away from here, we also get the shield. And Ayden hasn't even picked up these other things yet. Yeah, so we can definitely do it with him. I'll, you know, clear the border guard. That is the idea here. Ooh. Hey Alkin, boss, and hey Polybius. Oh cool, nice to see you stream. I would never beat the Hot campaign maps without the help from your walkthrough videos. Well, they're more of a playthrough, because I also played them the first time, but I'm happy that you found them useful, especially Tomb Raiders. Oh man, that map was driving me crazy, thank you. I'm happy it helped, and I know that the later versions are more difficult. However, the later versions, number 1, there's more Heroes 3 content for me to yet explore. And so, yeah, redoing all the content is not something that I'm looking too much forward to. And also, there's like, I mean, I was also having a headache at the 200% difficulty, and they made it even more difficult, so as they say, it is what it is, you know? Could we upgrade the elves to the grand elves? Can we make them more grand? With some... Well, you know what, actually... This or the Mage Guild, we have multiple things we want to get, but only one thing can be done at a time. actually feel like we have way more ore than we have wood. So yeah, let's do it like this. Yeah, this is definitely the correct town. And we actually do have the money to do it as well. So that's very, very good. I am almost thinking of not taking the dwarfs with me, but then again we have like speed 5 creatures, so it's almost like why not, you know? Too bad, Ryland is not getting to use his Dendroids and his speciality as a result of that. And yeah, made him fast this turn so he can be slow in the next one. Amazing. I guess we'll take this and then we'll take the Star Axis. Then he is still level 8, so yeah, he would have to go and meet this Ignatius. And actually, why didn't I... Well, hold up. I see a flaw in my plan. I see something has gone horribly awry. I see gaps in my gameplay. I just realized that he can go and grab the town. And I am not a big fan of that whatsoever, so... with the 7 dwarfs, well, hold up, yeah, we definitely need to respect the portals. Yeah, let's go for this spell power and just ignore the school. And similarly, he can jump to this portal, so yeah, without the extra freets. Okay, he goes for his own business, a zealot growth. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't take the water wheel in the previous week, but then again, I didn't know it existed. It is what it is. Coronius can restore the mana and be happy. Ayden. I do think, yeah, spell power was limiting the damage output from the spells, not the mana anymore. I'll take this. And, well, my man didn't seem too interested. But I still think we should skip this objective. It's just kind of like in the middle of nowhere. It's too out there, you know? And instead I can grab like a library, for example. That would be much better. Like time investment. Genova, 350 gold. And actually I think getting Genova on this specific town is quite a godsend. We'll get more troops. She could reinforce. Is there like water wheel or something to take? No, there isn't. Well, she can just chill like this. Actually, wait, she can chill even better. She can chill with 1 Pegasi. And then we can give Ryland some more troops. As for Uland, I mean... I am kind of thinking all the time about the capital in my mind, but then I just spend the money. Like, I don't need to buy these sultans. I think we will also see if their hero is like here, right? Yeah, their troops shouldn't be that fast to the location. And yeah, maybe think about Uland, think about the capital. Ah, a second hero does jump out here. And it is Axis, and Axis actually has some interesting units. So, chest for some gold. We can check this quest gate, which I'm pretty sure is the winds are fickle, as often are the Dendroids. You must be careful, for many are hostile to you. You must prove yourself worthy for them to honor you by serving in your forces. Level 10, yeah, that's kind of what I expected. That is actually exactly what I expected to see there. Then, Genova. We have Grand Elves, Pegasi, and then the 2 regular troops. Are we doing this? Well, Army Rally beats... Ooh. Learning for the extra free level up, so we can get 2 stat points. Very, very good. Each level gives him a little bit of more mana. Crewmates. This is the magical terrain. I mean, Ayden should be fine. I will trust this man, and the Coronius in the meantime also. I feel like we can just take the windmill as an objective and be quite happy with it. So yeah, actually, let's finally build the capital. I can't believe it took this long. And actually, I immediately regret it, because getting more troops for like the bigger fight here would have been good, but still we can rally something, right? It's not like we nothing to rally. We have the smaller forces here. Well, Genova with the 350 gold coming in hot. So 1, 2, 3. I actually would like to leave her on. Well, no, 1 Pegasite, 5 Pegasite or 6 Pegasite isn't gonna be like a game making difference. So Library of Enlightenment. We have a man who is truly enlightened. Doesn't have a level 10 though, so it is what it is. And yeah, we are kind of ready to fight whichever opponent that approaches us first. And something tells me that they unified their armies. They did unify their armies. So now I would have to buy. Okay, it's good that I actually did buy the capital, because then I would have less money in this turn to buy the forces for the defense there. Yeah. Ryland, being the #1 most important man in the universe, is actually going to go and try to assassinate Ignatius. A glorious victory. And how does that happen? Did the AI really like just attack? Yeah. And do this. Well, we have 16 defense, so ooh, thank you for the amazing things you've given us. Okay, this is the real hex with the portal. Hey Ozen, how are you doing? This is Ozen in the ozone. That was quite an oh no pun. It was especially bad. I feel like, oh, gold dragon. I feel like we have to take it, and yeah, we can just go forward with that 1 gold dragon, and yeah, Coronius, we can just go forward with that 1 gold dragon. We can do great things, even if it's just a single gold dragon. 2 Nagas, kind of, well, we don't have to buy them immediately. Genova doesn't have to be back in town immediately either, so just in case she has to do anything, we can get some stats for her. I think we are grabbing the Ifrits, of course, and I guess the Gogs make the next more sense in the line. Draken would be kind of decent, but it is what it is. I mean, technically, 2 spell power. Brimstone Cloud. Is this one of those rare times where maybe it costs like 10 gems though? Or well, maybe like 6 gems, and like I feel like that is, well, permanent power or temporary power. Let's go for temporary spell power. Brimstone Clouds. What an underutilized building that actually has a use. And no, the plague has hit us again. More wood has rotted in the silos. This damn plague keeps rotting my wood. It's not too good for me. Yeah, Harris should go here, check if anything is there. No, just a lonely trading post. As for Ryland, I kind of just want to go here for the defense skill first. And now we could get like a mega army going, maybe some Inferno troops. Yes, like the Sultans. Okay, that is a very beautiful army. I think that would be better than the random like troops that are single from, like, you know, from a single town, or rather that are not from a single town. Anyway, I'll check what the other heroes are doing first though. Ayden will be pulling this amazing Olema in fight, and technically good for 1 stacks, but maybe if we just catch Ayden, yeah, if we're gonna catch Ayden, we can give him the dragon, and he should do this fight without any casualties. Genova is just gonna be chilling, and these 2 stacks, and that's kind of it, right? Yeah, these 2 stacks, and that's kind of it. 3rd level units, doggos are kind of good, so the gnolls would be pretty sad to have, and the engineers would also be pretty sad to have. The wolf raiders, at least today, have 10 health, so I mean, maybe the towers will want to shoot them. I feel confident now with Uland to finally pick up the mine. Ooh, and actually they have a like an opening through that side to the town. A bit scary, but it is what it is. I think they should have one town up here, and yeah, we're kind of cornering them. Ooh, well, they did that fight by themselves. So, Ryland, I'm trying very hard to make you not only the main, but also have some adventures, but it seems like the opponents are quite far away. So, actually, as good as a hero Ayden is, he should be using his, like, spell power to deal some damage to the opponent, right? Oh, actually we could have gone here through... Oh my goodness, what did I do? I went there through the long way. Well, unfortunate as it is. Perhaps maybe let's go back to our town like so. I haven't quite adjusted my head to all these portals being here, and actually let's go Den of Thieves. We're kind of leading by every metric besides gold. Well, every important metric besides gold. And technically could leave Aris on the trading post. Technically could send him over here. And actually, Uland is quite interested. Oh. Hello. Leprechauns. I do think this is a fight we can and we should take. Oh, and they have a hero on the other side there. That is quite nasty. So, golem. Hodgepodge of an army, but it is what it is. Maybe they will move closer. Okay, they do move closer. They actually split, so they couldn't be, like, fired by the engineers. You know, like the 2-hex attack. Then, boom and boom. Pretty sad we can't reach the other one yet. I think it's kind of worthwhile to... That. 1 engineer and 3 goblins. Or 3 gremlins rather. I don't think Uland can escape this, so we might as well be BM and take the thing away from them, the gems. We could try to buy him back. And, well... I wonder. Well, let's build something in this town. Let's also not leave it completely empty, just in case it's more vulnerable than I thought. Could also get the Draken with his null children. And, yeah, actually, give him like a... I think he just... 2,500 for a pretty decent stack is worthwhile. So, he can also go forward and be the explorer, so Ryland is not running into, like, you know, danger, essentially. Yeah. Who do I want to save, Uland or Ayden, rather? And actually this is a very good terrain for shenanigans. Ooh, that shot that. Well, maybe we can do the strategy where we make a little house. Like a little bunker for the Scorpicore here. And yeah, 2 more. 7, 9 speed. I mean, let's see if my idea works out. Maybe block their fastest guy. Well, the problem is the ballista is actually killing me. And I can't really hit anything with my Scorpicore. I will say goodbye to there. Aferites. Oop. Well, they just got more demons. That was not what I planned. Who do we actually want to blast down? Does this guy reach me? No. Does this guy reach me? No. Yeah, they're also healing, so one or maybe a couple more final bolts. Well, the catapult is doing what? Like 10 damage. The ballista is doing like 10 damage. I could try to risk it, or we could just say adios. So I feel like that was quite worthwhile. And now Uland actually is going to have to use this army. Well, we could curse them. We could also not do that. Oh, protection from air, surprisingly useful for our opponent here. At least I think it is. Well, I think we are gonna have to attack like the demon. Well, if most of the troops could reach him. I felt like they could have reached him if they wanted to. Oof. So he's just demolishing this with those morales. And yeah, can't really do much about it. We can just accept the demise of Uland here. Yeah. Well, got rid of the secondary creatures. So anyway, Ayden is back. He has more spell power. He has a speed 11 creature, so he can kinda chill. And he would be fine-ish defending the town, I think. This with pathfinding, I think that's gonna be very, very good. A Draken here, and I think none shall be allowed to pass save the most worthy of warriors. You must be of the elite, those above 10th level to enter this domain. The most elite, level 10. Got him. I have a weird feeling that maybe... No, actually, you should be able to access their other town. Like, the two areas should connect, otherwise the way their heroes appeared wouldn't make sense. And yeah, Coronius. So, Coronius, you would be going back to the town. And anything Gucci in this town, well... Quite a lot of good things actually in this town. I think one of the more important ones, I mean, if we can get a town portal, we should definitely scholar it to every existing hero of my cause. And yeah, other than that, I feel like maybe the elves as well could be useful. So, just want to not be caught with my pants down losing my town, kind of the same way the AI did. Other than that, I feel confident Coronius will rally the army and be able to beat Olema's tiny army. Ayden is restoring mana, and Genova is just existing. Anything interesting here, like at all? No, nothing. Nothing at all. Well... I think Aris can deposit the more important troops here. And yeah, Axis is probably gonna be attacking him. I feel like that's fine. Olema would be the next hero with an army. Or rather the next hero that would need an army to be given to them. War Machine Factory, not too interesting. And since you can access like this, 6, ooh, and yes, this goes back to the other land. I feel like picking up the 2 experience boosters, 2 experience boosting objects would be quite good. And then maybe Coronius is just defending. We can't stop them from taking those treasures, can we now? I don't think, no, that we definitely don't have the movement for that. And Ayden, you are just taking the cream of the crop. the best Inferno troops available to you. So unfortunately it's gonna be the Pit Fiends, as we don't really have any other options for good troops, and maybe one imp to block the style, maybe anything else useful in the town that we can build. I mean, actually maybe, look, this will be like a meme, but we can steal some mana from him. Ayden could get to cast another spell. That would be quite good. And this is kind of like a pretty sketchy defense, but I don't feel confident. Well, maybe like a few more doggos. It's kind of a hodgepodge of units. But then again, he's also wasting his mana. He doesn't have that many sultans, so and now this town battle. Ooh, okay, at least they're shooting something useful. Now I was thinking about this, and we do have an ice bolt, so we can simply eliminate the biggest threat in my opinion, like immediately. And he is also giving me more mana, which is very, very generous from him. So, Nulls, Nagas, I guess we just spread around so we could technically block everything. And yeah, I wonder if it's worthwhile for the Scorpicore to fly outdoors at all. Maybe like this, just attack their guy. Something tells me this would be worthwhile. Like, we just slam him. Oh, but we can't get back in. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I thought the gate would stay open, but no, the gate stays open only if you have a 2-hex creature. And also, or Scorpicore mismoraled. I didn't check the morals, that's quite sad. Protection from air doesn't really protect from... yeah, from bolts, so... maybe this is decent. Maybe we just escape the imp attack. Oh, they went to the other side. Well now, I lost my fastest creature, and also, yeah, I didn't realize I'm negative morale, but of course I would be with all of these different creatures. Thankfully they deleted one of their own stacks. I think the demons, yeah, well actually no, they're the same speed. But the demons have more health, so I feel like they're kind of more dangerous. Just slap them. Wait, wait, wait. And hold up. I was like, why can I not go here? But yeah, the dog was blocking. That's pretty sad. I didn't realize that would be a problem. Potential problem. So, very happy I hit the demons. Kind of just have to like, yeah. Keep blocking it. I still think with the tower support we should be winning, and also with the 13, yeah, exactly 13 mana. So I think we should actually blast the imp once. And let's just shoot the magic arrow, and boom, a glorious victory, a defense. Got my loins of the Legion back actually. Air magic, well, any school of magic would be good. Learning, of course, is just basically a free level. And week of the Harpy Hag. Did any of them spawn anywhere relevant? Oh, yeah, well, couple of locations that are annoying to deal with. Anyway, here we have Allegar and Gion, but we already have an ice bolt, right? Yeah, we already have an ice bolt. I feel like maybe let's try for the town portal. Well, no town portal. That is a shame. Still think it's gonna be completely fine. Yeah, let's, I guess, take the archery and let's, ooh, armor. That's a very big one. That's a very good one. As we have, ooh, another 3. Another 3 over there. Genova can go for the water wheel. Draken, I guess, can go for the windmills in this region. And Ayden, well, he can get some more experience as well. And then rally the Inferno troops. I feel like this would be the faster way to reach them. And yeah, Coronius is kinda chilling here just because of the dragon. We don't really have any other ambitions for any other towns to build anything. Just this town, I guess, would need these 2 upgrades, the elves and the Pegasi, essentially. And then I would feel like we're very, very good at handling fights. Ooh, Olema got reinforced. That's quite nasty, to be honest. And devils with that. We'll build the Grand Elf Dueling first, just because this map has been taking wood away from us. And Ayden. Do we just take the junk that you have and go, go, go? Well, for the most part, yes. And, well, negative morale. I mean, look, we can leave these behind and we can leave these behind. No need to actually... Well, I'll take the one familiar because I think it's funny, but maybe no. Maybe let's just take the gnolls and that's it. Oh, 666 experience. Ayden, what are you? What have you done? You've caused the meme to happen. And yeah, Draken can't really do too much else, so he's exploring. 1000 gold, which would have been useful before I sold all those resources, but sure thing. Ryland, free 3. Kind of leveling up. Well, don't really feel like magic is going to be leveled up, and actually these dwarfs might join us. They actually join us from 57 to 99, so that is quite a large increase. And also, they hadn't picked up this. I think we might skip these 2 artifacts because they're kind of useless. We'll instead take the... what's it called? The experience from the chests. Okay. Olema is going to be going here, and that is going to be annoying, but I have an antidote to them. And antidote is just good creatures. I think we might leave the Scorpicore back here, and I think for the fight, actually, I will take the Centaurs. Maybe I want to do it like this, so the Pegasi 1 stacks could help the bigger stack, essentially. I think Coronius can actually do it, and a glorious victory, and even like an easy one at that. So beating the chain, this would beating the chain. I feel like actually chain is not the best option here. I feel like 7 or 50 damage magic arrow is quite fine, right? Breathe fire on them. Okay, well, managed to block them. Very, very good. Do we try to high roll for the one devil? Well, if you get his troop free, I mean, maybe let's just attack the dog here. He decides to attack the dragon instead, so that is pretty eventful for him. Doesn't summon anything either. Okay, so now I think the bigger Pegasi stack would have to. Maybe, okay. So, Mr. Devil, I want to take the retaliation away from I think we have to maybe even destroy the trash can. And then, well, it's kind of iffy. I do not have... Well, let's just magic arrow. And I hope this is good enough. It is good enough. That's great. And I think these guys hit harder. So, yeah. Olema has been defeated, which is very, very good. That means we can simply continue on towards this portal. And then push towards their lands. Ryland here... Yeah, as I said, the artifacts are less appealing to him. He wants to go for like some serious objectives. I kind of do want to explore the map a little bit here. Ayden... Well, not too much to be done. I feel like at this point I've already won. I just have to find their last town. I feel like it's in the corner, but it's quite zigzaggy to getting there. Unfortunately, nobody... Well, Ryland is level 10, but I feel like there's no reason to go to the middle anymore. The plague has hit us again. More wood has rotted in the silos. Actually, what is the... Lose all your towns, the heroes? Yeah, there's no time limit. No, nothing like that. Let's buy our main man, Elegardo. Oh, yeah, we can't upgrade these, that's right. Didn't even buy a single Dendroid. It's quite criminal, actually. Oh, apparently you can't interact with these portals in such a way. Okay, that's interesting. Good to know. I wonder if this was one of the first maps they made and they kind of left maybe the old portal functionality, because I'm pretty sure you could exchange things through portals, or maybe it's just through the underground. Memory is a bit funky, or fuzzy rather, on these things. Well, Ryland with the super duper slow dwarfs, still chugging them around, and actually very close to level up, so might grab the level up. I can't believe we're just being slowed down by the dwarfs. So, what's the point of this map? Asks Nova Soul. Well, it's just a regular Shadow of Death map, and I have the ambition to one day play all of the maps in the game. So, if you want to play all of the maps in the game, you're gonna have to play this one as well. And yeah, truth be told, I just want to check out like all of the maps that both the original authors of the game, well, 3DO and New World Computing made, and also the Hota maps as well. But the kind of the main objective is to flag all creature dwellings, which is basically the Dendroid dwellings here, but you have to be level 10 to do it. So yeah, they're kind of hard to... it's difficult to achieve that at the moment. Ooh, went through the portal, but what came out? Ooh. Okay. Ooh, pathfinding. Finally, Ryland is like, maybe I should move faster. I completely agree with him. I think the town is here. And I think that Coronius is gonna be the one to chase down whoever this man is. This man is DJ Calid. DJ Calid... Would he be doable with what I have here? Or would he not be doable? I think he is doable. Let's YOLO. I think maybe AI lose. No, the AI actually confidently wins. I guess stats are quite good to have. So, Mr. Magic Arrow immune creature is pretty sad. So they will probably block the elves. I almost wonder if I should shield the elves, but I think raw damage output on like a high tier creature like a devil is better. And yeah, they do block him. Take the retaliation away. Actually, they didn't take the retaliation away, that's really good. Then this guy here. Oops. Well, whoops. Not like I mismoraled. This guy attacking here. We'll wait a little bit. 2 to 3 or 1. I guess we'll hit the 2 to 3. I guess we'll hit the 1 as well. And the way I've set myself up, I can't really attack too much with the dragon. I guess the dragon is like attacking this guy, so he's not sucking mana out. Okay, there's a big funny joke here. Here, magic channel this fool. And actually, let's attack the creatures with no retaliation with Mr. Dragon. And I kind of don't want the elves to be damaged. Okay, that's good. Calid says I'm actually gonna run away. He is afraid. So, wait. Oh wait, we flagged the thing in this turn, right? Because otherwise I could have deposited the army. But then again, maybe that's a bit risky. So anyway, I think Mr. Ryland is like, actually maybe he's a bit too slow to even do the wait. Oh, this is not connect, bruh. I can't believe that. Okay, in that case, Ryland is the fastest guy over here, right? Yeah, he is the fastest guy over here. He should be fine. I guess I could reinforce him with Coronius. At least exchange all the spells. Draken, just the Pen of the Dissipation against the Emblem of Cognizance. Last turn for basically these heroes, I guess they... Well, we can check if they took the windmill, and this week they didn't. And I think we're gonna be winning in the very next turn. Ooh, Earth Magic. My man, being a druid, has decided to also be good. Technically, for the meme, we can build up the Dwarven Treasuries. Why not? The Birthing Pool, why not? Developing the towns, as you should. Octavia in this town. 350 gold, always a joy to see in your towns. So, I think, yeah, have all the spells, have all the artifacts, just the shield is a tiny bit better. And actually all the troops basically neatly matched into here. We have a +3 morale. I would rather actually take the dragon. I think the dragon gives you style points, essentially. And yeah, the dwarfs can just chill down south. So, Ryland is going to be ridding the world of this Inferno menace. Doesn't look like they have any heroes left. I guess I can, you know, as I said, for the style points, build some things out. And yeah, let's check what's in this refugee camp just for rogues. That would have been interesting. An interesting troop to get. Ayden would have gotten his gold, and he would have actually been pretty scuffed with the level up. I guess mysticism is pretty fine for what it is. And that's kind of it, right? We are just ready for the final battle. Oh, actually we got the little bit of gold, so I think, I'm not sure, but I think the city development also somewhat influences the final score, but this could be, you know, rumors. I kind of don't remember where I heard that, but I have a strong feeling that that is the case. So, Alkin boss to win. Our Gogs get bullied by the tower. It's pretty sad, but what can you do? And the first time actually, I think Ryland fought like, this is his first battle against a real opponent. Yeah, steal my mana, sure. And maybe. Let's demolish their tent. To be extra rude to them, let's attack this guy. Boom. Lightning bolt. Well, does the fireball actually hurt? Yeah, the fireball actually hurts the dragon, but so be it. And unfortunately, they're gonna be shooting us one more turn. But then Mr. Gold Dragon says, gotcha, trash can destroyed. Alright. And Olema defeated, Crown of the Seas, Dragonborn Greaves, Red has been vanquished, and That's not a win condition. That's pretty sad. I was so sure that we're gonna, like... I guess we have to go and adventure down south here. Well... brother, I mean... We don't really need anything, do we? Yeah. I think it's fine if Coronius just says to Ryland that, hey, you can have... That was super anticlimactic, to be honest. Here, take the faster troops, and I think you're just able to clear everything on your own, essentially. Yeah, in the meantime... I think Ryland is also the only hero who is, like, above level 10. Yeah, he's the only hero who's above level 10. So, yeah. Olema. I can't believe we got trolled like this. Anyway, what's up here? A School of War. Now we know how to do the war. Quest guard over here. Level 10. None shall be allowed to pass save the most worthy of warriors. You must be of the elite. We are of the elite. Ryland is the entire elite. Let's actually ignore the objectives which are not needed. Hello? Dendroid? You beat one of them down. What gives? Shoe harpy hacks. Okay, that was actually... I can't believe that happened. I got the, you know, little buff to my mobility there. So, all the other heroes, I feel like they can just AFK. I guess Ayden technically could very quickly receive some sultans and... yeah. Is he close to level... Ooh, actually he's level 12. Yo, my man can help us. He can go to the other side. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's try to get some help to Ayden. Gem. She is a gem, indeed. But she gives a tent instead of the gems. Okay. The most reasonably priced unit in the universe, 4.5k. I'm always shocked. I think the devil should cost, like, I don't know, 3.6k, maybe 4k. 4,500 for the devils. Like, are you insane, brother? Anyway, you can have this. We will have the torso and the 4th level and 3rd level units. Give away the gnolls and have these creatures, and that is that. And yeah, Ayden will be heading back here and going through the other side. Everyone else is just kind of chilling, right? Yeah. Everyone else is just kind of chilling, so... I mean, unless we can kind of build something in the towns, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. Let's, yeah, not indulge in that. Coronius not level 7, so Coronius has a sad life. Can get the Sulfur Dune. Maybe there's like a quest gate for resources, but then that would be very random and very wild, so... But then again, I am paranoid, suddenly. The map didn't end when I thought it would end. So yeah. Ryland, just keep going, keep bullying these Dendroids. Bless me, because I sneezed. This dragon is very lucky, like he has very high morale for some reason. Every step he takes, it's like... Ooh, there could be a yeah, I knew it, they would do it. Of course they would do it. And yeah, Ayden. Two-way portal. And open this one up. And I guess I could just put Coronius in the town and that would be it, right? Let's check the mage guild just to be sure if anything interesting would have popped off. So my original mage guild would have earth elemental, which is kind of useless. That is pretty sad. That is indeed very, very sad. Okay, Coronius, now you are on permanent chilling duty. Ryland, I wonder if we're close enough experience-wise. I mean, technically we have 2 other secondary skills, so probably it's not worth taking the chests, not worth the movement points. Ryland, the man who speaks for the trees by beating them up first. And yeah, there is one here. Then... Excellent. Now that you are level 10, our king will now not have any problems with you. Do you wish to pass at this time? Yes, I do. And I think Ayden will also have no troubles bullying these trees. I wonder if another hero would have been useful, but I think it's fine. Like, we would only be skipping like 1 day at worst. Yeah, I mean, he could open it and then go back to his own adventures. You know what, actually? Do we have something that is like, yeah, a portable army, essentially? Oops. Wonder if it's good enough, though. Do you have a book? You do not have a book. I would like you to get that book. Don't be a bookless barbarian. Genova, like... And actually, maybe this man can also help with the burden of collecting all the dwellings. The plague has hit us again. Well, I kind of don't care about the plague anymore, so do this. We, yeah, we've gotten level 10. The guards acknowledge it. That's very, very good. Very good for the guards. I think we should be able to just roll it down with these guys, so... My man is gonna blast the trees a little bit. Wonder if they get paralyzed. Nope. Rip to the Scorpicore was actually useful while it lasted, but it had outlived its days. Then Ryland. Oh, I thought it's not gonna be connected because it said it's a river, but I guess a river crossing is also within the realm of possibilities. Then yeah, Ayden. So let's just right up your alley, and this one is here as well, and maybe there's another one here, so we will actually open the door. So I think Ryland should go for the furthest one away, so he can maybe be the one to claim the victory. Then Ayden is opening the quest gate here. You have a level. You may join our guild of level 10ers. And yes, there is one indeed over here. We bully it very, very easily. Then the Genova can bully these Dendroid arches. Wonder if we have a bless. We do not have a bless, but we can still be very, very happy with what we have. And everyone else is just kinda chilling here, I suppose. I would like your units. I thank you for your units. I would like to bully the Dendroids. And then one last, or well, 2 last. Okay, wait, this is not the hero, this is the hero, okay. 2 last Dendroid bullyings. Well, what about anticlimactic ending to the map, though? But it is what it is, and that is a gem pond. That is not something you have to flag. This one is even guarded. We will annihilate these creatures. And one last look at the towns. So, yeah, our starting town. What a beautiful town. We completely forgot to develop it. Here, have a Dragon's Cliff as a gift on the last turn. This town we completely forgot to develop it. Have a Mage Guild. The town that we stole from the Inferno. And Brimstone Clouds. Don't be cloudy. Be sunny. And let us win, shall we? Let us win with style. Let us bully the Dendroids with fire, maybe. Who would win? A fireball or some Dendroids? Well, we ran out of mana, so I guess we have to use a magic arrow here. And congratulations, your flag flies on the dwelling of every creature. Victory is yours. Do I want to buy 3 Dendroids? Yeah, hell yeah, brother. I would like 2 exactly. You just said you must flag all creature dwellings, Lamau, and then you forgot. I like that it let me buy the extra Dendroids I got from that last dwelling. So I actually had some Dendroids in my, you know, army in the end there. And my rank is a unicorn for this beautiful performance. I feel like if I went for the Dendroid dwellings a bit earlier, maybe I could have finished it like 2-3 turns earlier. I like that the rank is a rampart creature. That's very thematic. That is like, you know. It would have been even more thematic. What is it called? If I got a Dendroid, but that would have been quite a low score. So, 300 plus score. I'm happy. The scoreboard has been filled with quite a lot of Shadow of Death maps. And honestly, I do wish to check out this map like I do with all the other ones. So, Hatchet, Axe, and Saw, a map about wood, surprisingly, or maybe unsurprisingly. So how would the Red player's perspective look like? Oh, they would get some guardians on the ore pit. Oh, Red wouldn't get a sawmill, but Red gets like, I don't know, wood piles. Quite a few wood piles, so yeah. Maybe it's more difficult from Red's perspective. I wonder. I wonder if this is probably going like to the edge here and to the edge here. I love this random like guard. He's not guarding the jump on. He's not guarding the Legion. He's kind of like guarding the passage to both of these. They got the automatons guarding that. Also, they don't get the libraries, which maybe. I feel like I got the better side, but then again, I didn't know there were gonna be libraries here. So Ryland used his starting diplomacy to actually become a very strong hero very rapidly. And yeah, I see an axe, I don't see a hatchet, and I don't see a saw. What else did we miss? Anything interesting? Red gets some wood, but yeah, I think actually without the sawmill, Inferno without a sawmill would be pretty difficult. I guess they would have to. Yeah, there's actually way more chests on this side, so maybe you play Inferno if you want a more difficult gameplay experience. So yeah, I guess I played the easier experience. I didn't know that that would be the case. Armor of Wanderer. Wait, I kind of don't remember seeing that. Did they have that? Maybe they had that on the Olema. I didn't quite register in my head what artifacts they had, but yeah, quite a few dwellings, some garrison in the middle there. Quite an interesting map, just because it's kind of like you both have two sides essentially to go to. I don't like the fact that this is like blocked off from my side, so maybe we can very quickly see if there's any special messages here. 9 wood, well, didn't get 9 wood, and didn't get a small chest. Amazing. Thank you, map makers, very cool. Can't access this. That's pretty sad, but anyway. I will be helping back into the main menu, and I will be thanking all of you, fine gentlemen, for joining me on this journey in Hatchet, Axe, and Saw. And yeah, I will maybe see you either this evening or the next evening if one of the boys wants to play some multiplayer, but to be honest, I'm actually quite tired in this week. Quite tired in this weekend, rather. I had a long walk on a Thursday. It was like a work event. Yeah, work summer events. There was a lot of walking. actually didn't feel tired during the walking itself, but afterwards, when one of my colleagues was like, you know, driving a bunch of us home, sitting in the back seat, I suddenly started feeling my legs hurting, like after all the walking, like 15 minutes after the ride had begun, and it kind of progressively, like, started hurting more and more. But anyway, yeah. Mentally recharged and physically exhausted, and that's the guest 273 of this weekend. So, anyway, I've been rambling for quite a bit. I will see you whenever I stream the next time. So, thank you everyone for watching, and cheers. And oh no, the end stream button is loading. It's one of those rare occasions. I should have checked this before. Okay, loaded. Bye, everyone. See you.